Hello everyone, welcome to Primetime Analysis. Now, one thing that is evident is that political realignments continue to take shape. And as we go by, you'll realize that people will change their allegiance depending on where the power is sitting. On Thursday this week, Charity Ngilu met Musalia Mudavadi. And one thing that many people have been talking about is they are wondering, why would Charity Ngilu go and meet Prime Cabinet Secretary and then make this meeting public? You'd realize that in many instances, previous alliances have been formed through this kind of engagements. One thing that I realized is that Charity Ngilu has been very silent, yet he decided to make this meeting that she had with the Prime Cabinet Secretary public. What do you think is happening behind the scenes? Because many people are trying to read a lot out of this meeting. Now, in this analysis, I want us to critically analyze the reasons why Charity Ngilu went and met Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi. Before we do that, if you're watching us for the first time, we thank you for joining us, and also we are requesting you, please take a second to subscribe to our channel so that next time we make such kind of videos, you get notified immediately. For those who are returning viewers, we thank you for the support, and we believe with your support, we shall be great and more videos are coming for you. So always remember to come back and watch our videos. Now let's get down to our main issues. If you look at the meeting that took place on Thursday, one thing comes out in my mind. I have looked at how politicians prepare their members or their followers to new political ideologies that they are intending to take. This is also similar to what Charity Ngilu did. So the first reason why there could be this meeting that happened is that Charity Ngilu could be warming her heels so that she gets to join Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto in Kenya Kwanza government. You know that for someone who has worked in many years under government, we remember that the last time in 2013, she was a minister of lands. 2017, she became a governor. Now, this is a fresh 5-year term where she's not going to be having any role to play. And therefore, sitting out in the opposition, while she has played opposition politics before, she was in parliament. But right now, you realize that she's generally engaged nowhere. And she's just there and feeling the vacuum of power, remembering what she's been going through. It is possible that she might be in one way or the other wishing or thinking of getting to join this team so that she can get even some position, I would presume. So one of the reasons why you would think these people could get down to talk is because of the desire to get to join Kenya Kwanza government. And you'd ask yourself, why Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi? If you look at William Ruto, first of all, I'd say that he's got a busy schedule. And then, if it's not about busy schedule, the kind of engagement, more so on the social media, if you look at Charity Ngilu's social media posts during the campaign period of 2022 elections, they were hot and hitting at the then Deputy President, William Samoei Ruto. And this did not leave a good taste between these two people. And therefore, coming together directly as a start of negotiation, it can, in one way or the other, feel impossible. And therefore, it can also even make things more difficult. So the most approachable and a soft person that Charity Ngilu would go and join or even approach is Musalia Mudavadi. The next reason why I would think Charity Ngilu would want to go and join Kenya Kwanza, or even look like she's supporting the government, is the raid that took place at Governor Oparanya's home. It was surprising to many people that after serving 10 years, you'd realize that Governor Oparanya could get such kind of treatment immediately after engaging in serious political agitations where he and his team wanted certain issues addressed by the government. So I believe that having seen what Governor Oparanya had gone through, Charity Ngilu is also rumored to have some issues during her tenure as a governor in Kitui County. And therefore, it would be possible that she's going to this person who has been her friend for quite some time to kind of inquire what is going on, or even to kind of engage and seek for some sympathies that would come from having such kind of power that the Prime Cabinet Secretary wields right now. So that could also be another reason why Charity Ngilu went and met Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi. Another thing, because people try to talk, people try to think of different things. We know that we have 2022 elections gone, and now everybody who has had presidential ambitions is aiming higher. Just like William Ruto was the deputy president for 10 years and aimed to be the president one day, he has achieved that. Musalia Mudavadi could also be wanting to have his own section of support base that he wants to project himself with higher come 2027 elections. And many people have talked and given opinions differently. There are some quarters that have rumored that Rigathi Gachagua could be dropped from being deputy presidential candidate in 2027 by Kenya Kwanza and replaced by Musalia Mudavadi. So this is something that people are also trying to rumor and talk about in low tones in political spheres. So I would presume that if this rumor is true, that William Ruto is considering picking Musalia Mudavadi to make him his 2032 or 2027 deputy presidential candidate, then as it is, Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi could, in one way or the other, think of marshalling support from different areas to get different regions that he will be coming with as a delegation, so that they would think, or they can have that ability to outsmart or outweigh the numbers of votes that Rigathi Gachagua could get from Central Kenya. Because if you hear some people from Central Kenya conversing, you'd realize that they support Rigathi Gachagua just because he is now the deputy president. But if they were given a second chance to choose someone becoming their leader in that region, they would not choose Rigathi Gachagua. So there are people who truly believe in Rigathi Gachagua in Central Kenya. And then there is a large chunk of people who do not believe in him. And therefore, if you look at these people who do not believe in Rigathi Gachagua, and then added with support from other regions of the country, Musalia Mudavadi could also be someone who is seriously a candidate that would want to get to that position of deputy president. And even if it is not deputy president, who tells you that Musalia Mudavadi cannot desire to also have a stab at the presidency? We know that he had that once in 2013. He can do it again. He can say, I have been now the prime minister. What next for me? Let me find a way through which I can also go and get the higher seat. So this can also be a strategy where he's also marshalling support from different regions to project himself higher and get that position of presidency. But one thing that is common for everybody, Rigathi Gachagua might face some challenges succeeding to be William Ruto's running mate come 2027. Then again, look at this. If you look at the way Musalia Mudavadi has been carrying out himself from the onset, and even how he has been addressing pertinent issues affecting this country, he has been that sober leader in this regime that has straight talk and also talks in a certain way that you would guess he understands public perception and public relations in a greater way. So he turns out as somebody who, even if you wanted something addressed, you can go to him. Remember, they have met with President Uhuru Kenyatta in Nigeria, in Uganda, and in other regions. And therefore, I believe if there is anybody that can be a mediator between the new regime, that is Kenya Kwanza, and people who opposed them in the previous regime, it is Musalia Mudavadi. So, generally, I believe the meeting that took place between Charity Ngilu and Musalia Mudavadi is something that must remain watched in the political landscape, and especially when you consider the kind of dealings that this government is having with opposition politicians. Remember, right now, Jubilee is largely in Kenya Kwanza. Most of those politicians have been bought. There are those members of ODM who rebelled, who are also supporting the government fully. Now, this turns out to be something that gives space for anybody who would want to join this government to go and talk to the people they think they can talk to have a space and a room for engagement that they can have together. That's my take on that. I believe there are different opinions moving around and people have different perceptions, but I think one of the reasons and some of the reasons why this meeting took place is looking at the 2027 game plan, and then finally the issue of running away from EACC radar that could befall any of the previous governors within this period of the first tenure of President William Ruto. So I don't know what you think about the issue. Please get down in the comment section and speak and give your comment so that we get to understand what you think about the topic. Thank you, and let's meet in our next analysis. And also remember to like and also subscribe to our channel. May God bless you.